So as you can see from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about Roswell, the reboot versus the original show. So I'm not really going to mention the book that much because I'm not done with the series, but I have read some. So I know like little bits about it. So I did record this video before and I kind of went all over the place. So the video was like 45 minutes long. So I decided to redo it with notes. So the original series came out in like the 90s. When they did the reboot, you know, they modernized it a lot, which was really good. I liked them modernizing it and everything. I don't know, the one big problem for me was Alex and Michael together. Like, I wasn't feeling it. And, you know, not because they were a gay couple. Like, it was mainly just because in every other, you know, version of the story, it was like, you know, they were best friends and in the books, they're best friends and they hang out together like all the time and they connect really well and they basically have the same personality. But in the original, they weren't really close. But it was just weird for me to see. Which I guess it's not a thing that I didn't like, but a thing that I was just like, that's kind of weird that they're together, you know? And I am like a really huge fan of Michael and Maria's relationship between the books and the TV show. So when I saw that the chances of them having a relationship were like at the beginning of the season, I was like, oh my gosh, they're not gonna do Michael and Maria. But you know, they made it work, so I'm glad about that. So one thing that I didn't like was that they changed Alex a lot. I mean, you know, I was fine with them changing his sexual orientation, but then they like the Alex that is in the books and in the TV show would never go into the military. And I don't get it. I was about to say that I get why he would go into the military to escape his dad, but you're not really escaping him. So it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, they do incorporate Alex's technical, you know, skills. So that was good, but it just seemed like he was a lot different, like the Alex that I know. But I don't know. I mean, the whole him playing guitar thing, I get that it was like a connection. Like, it was supposed to be like something that Michael and him could bond over, but it was still like, that's not him. He doesn't play guitar. I guess I was expecting something, but I was expecting something else. I was expecting something and then I got something else. And then Maria, I'm really upset that she's not involved in most of the reboot. In all the other versions of the story, Maria's like the first one to get involved besides Liz. Like, Liz knows and then Liz tells Maria and Maria can't hold it, so she tells Alex. That's usually how it goes between the first two versions of the story anyways. And I don't know, it was just kind of weird because I was like, I want her to be involved. And she was involved, but like unknowingly. Like, she was helping them, but she didn't know what she was involved in. And then we have Liz. I like her. For some reason, the Liz and Max relationship in the reboot is weirder for me than the other two versions. Like, I feel like they have a different dynamic now. Well, I guess because there's so much history between the reboot versions of them because they're longing for each other, but they never actually get to act on it because, you know, Liz leaves. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like they're almost 30 years old. They've lived some of their lives out. Actually, one thing I was hoping that they would bring was Liz's fiance, but I guess he's gonna be a season 2 thing. But yeah, there's something different about it. Another thing, Isabel. So Isabel's powers are different, which fits in with the storyline really well, but usually she goes into people's dreams and not into their minds when they're like awake. She usually goes into their dreams so that she can see what they're dreaming and use it to her advantage. But I guess they needed her to be like a mesmerizer, quote unquote. unquote, so that they'd have a reason that Liz would leave without trying anything with Max. So that's whatever. Overall, I like the reboot a lot, more than I thought I would. I actually, for a while, I was just watching it to watch it because I was like, all the other CW shows I stopped watching because they're trash. And so I was like, I could watch this and see how much they changed everything. They didn't change that much. I mean, what I liked is that they made sure to let everyone know that the reboot is not based off of the original TV show. It's based off of the books. I haven't finished the books, but there should be similarities between them. And as far as I remember, there isn't really that much similarities besides the fact that they didn't change her name in this one and she does have a sister. In the original TV show, she didn't have a sister, was never mentioned. Her name was Liz Parker because the actress wasn't Hispanic, so they were like, let's just change her name so that, you know, people don't get offended that we're trying to pass her off as Hispanic, which I thought was really good. And usually I don't like it when TV shows like bring in political stuff, but for this it worked. You know, it was part of the story and it wasn't like a whole, like, you know, it wasn't like a whole separate thing. It was more like, this is moving the story along in the way that you want it to, like with the protests and how Liz runs into Max again when they stop her at the border, and the big event, the main event, Liz getting shot. They gave plausible reason why someone would shoot up the cafe. Not plausible reason, but I liked it. I liked the reboot a lot because it was like them. It was good, actually. I didn't start liking it until that episode where Michael, Alex, and Kyle go into the military base with all the aliens in the rooms. I was like, okay, I'm starting to like this. I feel the connection now, because that point where Michael, like, where he saw his mom and he was able to connect with her and know that she was his mom, and then to have that connection just taken away from him as soon as he got what he wanted all along, it's great. It's good TV. I hated it and loved it at the same time. So, you know, because I had always felt for Michael, but he never got what he wanted, ever. And it seemed like, you know, he was never gonna get it. So after a while, I got used to the idea that he was never gonna get what he wanted, like in the books and in the original TV show. I was like, he's never gonna find that connection with anyone because everybody that he met was like bad people. So I was like, it's fine, whatever. But yes, that scene is good because, you know, that's usually what they tell you when you write. Because I like to write books and stuff, so I read a lot about like techniques that you can use to get your characters, to build some character in your character, is you have them want something and you keep getting them closer and closer, and then when they finally get it, take it away from them. That was like the perfect example, because he had been working to build that spaceship for a long time. And I mean, he hasn't finished, and he might finish next season, who knows. But yeah, that was like quality storytelling on their part, on the writer's part. And also Kyle is different too. I mean, well, Kyle's dad, Sheriff Valenti, in the books, he's like the main villain. Like, they're like, he's an alien hunter, get away from him, stay away from him, he's a horrible dude. And then in the original TV show, he's like this good guy who, he believes in aliens, but he doesn't think that they're good people until they save Kyle's life. So you know, then he dedicates his life to saving them and helping them, you know, figure things out. So it's really, that's one thing I was missing, you know, the whole Valenti dynamic. I mean, sure, we have his mom, but like, I don't care about her. I want Sheriff Valenti back, but I know he's not gonna come back because he's dead. Yeah, I like the reboot a lot. It hooked me, and I will be watching the next season, although it isn't as good as the original. I mean, at this point, I see them as two different things, maybe. Like, there are parts where I'm like, okay, that would never happen, first of all. And I'm like, whatever. They're doing a good job telling the story anyways. It's not even that big a deal, because it's good storytelling. I don't mind that they went off what I know. That's all I gotta say about it. 9 out of 10 recommend. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe down below, and look out for the next video. Bye.